people, que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source, your source for dancehall and or entertainment and news. Now the first thing that is popping in the news is that we see that there was a conference held with the upper hierarchy of the Popo, meaning the Deputy Commissioner of Popo, Fitzbailey, and also the media in Jamaica yesterday, after it was exposed that 3 women in Western Jamaica were supposed to be taken out. There was some sort of hit. However, the Popo, the head of the JCF and other agencies, security agencies, and also the FBI, intercepted a vehicle on Washington Boulevard with 3 persons, including a district constable. They were arrested. There was also a tool, a Glock 19 with 11 rounds of ammunition. Now people, there was also information that a premises was searched in Kingston 8 and they found they intercepted a American tactical rifle and also maybe about 30 rounds and some 5.56 rounds, meaning some sort of high power rounds. Now people, based on information, it is said that 400,000 was spent to take out 3 persons in a Western Jamaica, meaning Montego Bay, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, Negril, somewhere in that area. They did not specify. So people, it is said that at least 5 persons were arrested, a man and a woman in a Kingston 8, and also 3 persons in a red Toyota Axia or Toyota Yaris motor vehicle. Now people, after that, the Deputy Commissioner of Popo, Fitzbailey, he had a conference, and this is exactly what he had to say. Basically, he is saying that they intercepted or stopped at least 200 contract KILLINGS, and in those 200 contract hit, it is said that at least 300 persons. People, I don't know if this is scientific. However, if we do the math, 200 contract hit, meaning that 1.5 person per hit. If we do the math, simple mathematics. So people, take a listen, take a look to exactly what the Deputy Commissioner of Popo had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Every year, we save in excess of 300 lives by proactive means through intelligence product that we have received. And so, contrary to statements that have been made, I believe that there's a significant improvement in our intelligence as well as our investigative capabilities, and daily we are improving. As we close this year, 2021 rather, I want to reassure the public that for 2022, we will be resolute, we will not relent, we are going to be more aggressive against those who continue to perpetrate violent crime. The fact is that we cannot allow these individuals to overrun our society. The JCF intend to use all resources available, both scientific, the forensic and other means, to ensure that the perpetrators, including, and if it includes police officers, are brought to justice.
Now people, when we hear this stuff of reassurance by the Commissioner, Security Minister, Deputy Commissioner of Popo, it is something that we've heard before. And as a matter of fact, our own Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, almost guaranteed that when he won, the JLP won, we could sleep with our doors open. People, you could do that if you want to lose your life more easier. However, it makes no sort of sense based on the climate of Jamaica and what we see transparent on a daily basis. So therefore, they say that they are going to implement some more aggressive crime fighting strategy. However, people, the truth and the fact is that until the residents of Jamaica feel as if it is their civic duty to turn over the criminals in their era, especially in these garrisons, nothing is going to change. However, people, very significantly is what he said. At least 200 hits were intercepted, at least 300 lives were saved, so therefore 1.5 life per hit that was put out, that was intercepted. Now people, when we think about the fact that Jamaica is a place that have in excess of 1,400 people losing their life on an annual basis, so therefore 14 plus 300, we are talking about 17. If a 1,600, we are talking about 19 people. That is a whole lot of persons for a little island with about 3 million persons or less. People that are whole heap alive, point blank and period. Now people, the truth and the fact is that as it pertains to Jamaica, it seems as if the poor, they are basically given basket to carry water. So people, when we look at the situation as it pertains to Jamaica, we see that a whole lot of persons are expecting the poor to do everything. And the truth and the fact is that the poor, they are outman, they are underpaid, they are understaffed, and also a lot of them, they are just hustling on the job. So therefore, they are not doing their job, they are negligent, they are irresponsible, and most of all, a lot of them are corrupt. And then when we also add the fact that the mentality of these youths in Jamaica, they don't want to work, they want everything the easy way, and people like me say, if you want everything the easy way, it is also going to go the easy way, meaning your life, meaning your freedom. So therefore, until we change the mentality and the mindset of the people, until them basically flush out some of these bad poor in the staff or on the JCF, it is not going to change, it is going to be the same. So people, that is why we see the problem that we have in Jamaica as it pertains to crime, because there's a definite disconnect as it pertains to the JCF and also persons living in the garrison where most of these crimes are being perpetuated. There is no sort of communication, there is no sort of respect. So therefore, the poor, they are not getting any sort of assistance. As a matter of fact, the poor and the people, them are live like puss and dog, point blank and period. And people like me say, we've heard all these promises before. However, people, we've not seen any sorts of changes, because the truth and the fact is that instead of getting better, the situation is actually getting worse, point blank and period.
What you know about me, what you know about me? Tell a friend and say, anytime you enter me, all you know what you want.
Now before I move to the next part of my video, please comment, share, like and subscribe to my channel. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a story that I spoke about either on my next channel, True Jamaica Buzz, or this channel, don't remember which one. However, there was a video circulating all over social media in which some poor in a jeep rush a man at some sort of cook shop, some sort of business establishment where food is sold. And basically the poor was saying to the man, you know who me is. Whenever I catch you and your friend with any sort of tool, we are going to take you out. So therefore, don't play yourself. Don't basically end up losing your life. You are forewarned. You are warned in advance. Now people, based on the information, it is said that that person that the poor was talking to, he lost his father maybe about 30-something years ago. 34 years, I think. I know it is in excess of 3 decades, 30 years. And then it seems as if the sister of the father, she made a post on social media after that incident, and she said that the man lose his father and then the poor, the same poor, based on the information, it is said that the father lost his life in a place called Manchineel in a Portland. It is said that he was in the custody of the poor and some sort of verbal and physical altercation went down, and the father ended up getting cornered up in his eye and by his ears. And the poor claimed that he was trying to disarm them. And people, this is 2021. If we do the maths and go back 30 years we are speaking about, we can just imagine how corrupt the poor and how the poor would lie. However, people, the truth and the facts is that I don't know the details as to what transpired, so therefore I am going to leave it at that. Now people, fast forward 34 years or 30 odd years later, the son of the father that lost his life, he is approached by the poor. Now people, when we listen to a video like that, it tells us that there has to be, or there had to be, some sort of interaction, some sort of communication, some sort of message, some sort of information that the poor had, that the family or the son is saying that, listen, me I go get some sort of revenge, or them take on my father 30 odd years ago and I cannot get any sort of justice. And people, truth be told, if this man father lost his life in an unjust way, he has all right to talk up, because whenever anybody loses their life in an unjust way, it is called murder. However, people, we know that the poor in Jamaica, they get away with murder on a regular basis. That is factual. Don't know if in this case that is the case. People may just have said, speaking in general. So people, I say this to say that this incident occurred in Portland. The father lost his life in a place called Manchineel, whatever, in a Portland. and then 30 years later the son is having the same sort of experience. Now people, common sense would tell us that maybe the popo that take away this man's father were a different set of popo. However people, popo nonetheless. So therefore I don't know if this is stinking at the popo station that listen, the man father lose him life 30 years ago and the man is putting out some sort of warning. The man is exposing that popo station and the popo them getting at them feeling they felt threatened as if this man is saying that, and people, I don't know if he threatened the popo. Me no know, me just I tell you say the family member, the sister of the man that lost his life, which would have been the auntie or whatever of this youth, she was the one that made the post on social media. So therefore she is saying that the father or the brother lose him life a couple of decades ago and then the son is getting the same sort of treatment. Now people, the truth and the fact is that whenever a popo does this, even if the popo hears that the man are threatening him, it is reason for him losing his job. It is reason for him at least getting transferred, because the truth and the fact is that the upper hierarchy of the JCF, they are not going to take any sorts of chances, meaning that if this man end up losing his life, meaning that some sort of popo can play some sort of toll upon this youth, especially after he has threatened him that if him find him and friend him with any sort of toll, dog eat him supper. So people, me just say at the end of the day, had these popo been professional and doing their job, this situation 30 odd years ago would not come back 30 odd years later. So people, like we say, this video is out on social media, so therefore this youth or this person, he needs to make an official report at the popo station to the upper hierarchy of the JCF and make sure that him basically solve this before it get from bad to worse, because the truth and the fact is that the father lost his life, and if he don't mind sharp, he will lose his life too, point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that, and like me say, it is just my views and opinion, it is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.